Welcome, ladies and gents, to FACEIT TV here for the North American FACEIT League. I'm DDK. This is James.
Hi, I'm back.
Hi.
How you doing?
You're producing for a while, because producer Reese got fired and then he got subsequently killed and murdered. The mystery is still yet to be solved. I think I solved it though, James, because Reese is alive again, and I can see him right over there.
Yeah, that's a good. I think that's a good thing, Dan.
It's good. He's been reincarnated.
Why am I lower than you? I don't like being lower than you, considering I'm actually taller than you. Gets better.
Okay, guys.
What are you doing? Introduce the show, Dan.
All right, okay. I got this, guys. Right, okay. We're good. Okay, so this is FACEIT League. First things first, let's check out the standings. Let's see how all the teams are doing in North America. Of course, we have Europe, North America, and Oceania. From North America, the top 2 teams will qualify to go to the LAN finals. And top 5 from Europe and top 1 from Oceania. And we do have our home and away map system here. So each of these teams are going to play each other twice. And we're getting quite far into this now, of course. So we can see that Liquid, CLG, Elevate, and Cloud9, they're all actually vying for the top 2 spots, actually. And at the moment, it's still possible for all of them to actually make that. We only saw the first loss for Liquid very recently, only 2 nights ago, James.
Yeah, finally lost the match. I thought they'd be. I thought they were going to go with no losses, just all the way, but wasn't to be. Maybe
They got completely wrecked.
Next lead.
Wrecked.
Well, it's time for Vulcan picks, Dan.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Time to pick our Vulcan teams for today. Right, here we go. So what are our matchups very quickly? What's the first match?
CLG Liquid.
Okay, oh, it's right there on the screen. Okay, so if we've got CLG versus Liquid, C9 versus Elevate, SKDC versus Luminosity.
So all
let's start with SKD. Oh, see, this is the problem. Luminosity, I think, have lost all their matches.
We have to. We have to do, James.
Matches.
We have to know who is going to get the most destroyed. That's how we have to do it.
Well, the problem is, like SKDC have lost players recently, and they've lost Hades. They lost Dumore. Not Hades, sorry, JDM64 and Dumore. So they're kind of in mixed team mode at the moment, and they're playing Luminosity, who are bottom of the table. So that one's a bit of a toss-up as to who's going to win. Actually, I think maybe we should avoid that match.
I was thinking,
betting-wise, I think it's a bit. There's variance to be had there, Dan.
I think Cloud9 player is definitely going to be a good choice.
I think it's hard this week, actually. I mean, you just stay at the top. Why are you doing this, producer Reese? You just thought you'd scroll up and down the page for no reason. CLG versus Team Liquid. Okay, I think you have to slightly favour Team Liquid there, because I think at the moment they're more solid than CLG are. C9 versus Elevate. I think it's a tough one. Elevate been playing pretty good.
Yep, indeed.
What maps do we have?
Well, the first match, CLG Liquid, is on Mirage, so
it's on Mirage, and but you have to. I was going to tweet both the AWPers actually. I was going to tweet. In fact, I was going to tweet Peter, Tarik, and adreN, and say, "Lol, could you guys still AWP?" Because of the nerfs.
JW was fine today.
I need to watch those matches.
Yes, you do. Where were you, James?
I was with a grill.
Bear Grylls, one might say.
I was at a restaurant.
Okay, so
C9 versus Elevate as well. I don't know. Okay, who do we dare pick an AWPer today? Considering.
Well, I mean, let's just. Okay, so first of all, I think we need to basically figure out which. Let's think about the matchups first, because if we think one team's going to get completely wrecked potentially on a matchup, then
we just went through the matchups, Dan.
Yeah, but okay. So which teams should we choose then? Because
I would say
CLG Liquid. Okay, what players do you want from CLG or Liquid?
I would favour Liquid.
So you want a Liquid player. Okay, so we want a Liquid player. So let's get a Liquid player, James. So which Liquid player do we get? EliGE
or daps? I'd say EliGE because he's cheaper.
I would say EliGE also because his Mirage game's been really strong lately. So that's going to be good. I think he actually top fragged for them last Mirage match they played. I think we watched that not so long ago. So I like that pick. So Cloud9 Elevates. It's going to be on Nuke. Of course, it's always very hard to call nukes, but we're going to have to make a call here. So Cloud9 or Elevates?
Oh, it's Nuke.
Yes, it's Nuke.
Oh dear, this is getting even more difficult. This is a minefield, Dan. I think we should just look at Cloud9 players maybe. How much are they? They look cheap. We could just buy all Cloud9. We could buy the whole of Cloud9.
No,
I think.
No, we can't.
I think we can.
You also can't have more than 3 from the same team.
Oh,
so
really? Oh,
yes.
damn. Okay.
But we wouldn't want to anyway because Cloud9 are only playing one match, so we need to spread it out.
Well, everyone's only playing one match.
Yeah, but we should spread it out, I think.
But I think our team should consist of 2 teams. I think we should get 3 Cloud9, 2 Team Liquid. That's what I think. Because we have to avoid game 3 because there are too many variables for us to get involved.
All right. Let's.
Do you agree or do you disagree?
We can try that. We can try that. But I think we should get one player at least from SKDC or Luminosity. I think we should make a call, go for a gamble.
I think it's you want to gamble.
Yeah, I mean we can 2 Liquid, 2 2-9, and one of either SKDC or Luminosity.
Okay. I'll let you pick that one.
All right.
So I can blame you afterwards.
Okay, so let's finish the selection of Liquid and Cloud9 players first. So let's go up, see what we've got going for us. What did we take already? We took
EliGE, that's it.
We took EliGE. Okay, so that's one player from Liquid. Let's take the second Liquid player. They're all quite expensive, actually. In fact, wow, daps is more expensive than him. That's amazing. Now this is changing my mind. This is making me think maybe we should get someone else because of the expenses here. We're accruing massive expenses.
Well, Cloud9 are dirt cheap, so let's go to Cloud9 first. Where's Nothing? He's been playing well. Let's get Nothing.
Okay.
Look at that. He's cheap. Cheap as chips, Dan.
Okay.
Or potato fries, as you say in America.
Did they say that? All right.
They say potato something, don't they?
I do not want to get.
They say French
I don't want to get Shazam.
You don't want to get Shazam?
Not a nuke. No. I don't think it's.
Sean Garrett. Let's get Sean Garrett. He's handsome as hell. Have you seen his Twitter pics recently?
Yeah.
God damn.
Maybe.
All right.
Well,
look at those handsome faces.
You can see their faces.
Look at those handsome faces.
Okay. All right, so let's get 2 players from... another Liquid player. He could play for Elevate, but he's not going to be on the Vulcan. Okay, that's going to be a bit interesting. Okay, so we need another player from Liquid, James. One more.
We've got... We need to go cheap.
I don't know, actually. I don't think we do.
We've got 4K for 2 players.
No, we don't. We don't have to go cheap. Oh wow, Peter is $1,500. Oh come on, we've got to get Peter. That's so cheap. If we get Peter, maybe we can also still get a player from.
Okay, we could get Peter to hedge our bets, and then we can get adreN. No, we can't get adreN.
Ah, 400 short. Who's the most expensive? We can get daps, maybe. Yeah. Should we get daps?
Let's get daps.
Let's get daps. All right.
Let's get my boy daps.
The shot caller is going to be, should we say, EliGE?
Okay.
Let's do it. So we managed to fit in an extra CLG player there. All right. So we submitted our team. We have submitted our team. You two guys should also.
You two guys.
There's only 2 guys.
So there's like 5,500 entries. That's pretty good.
Should get on this. This fantasy team. The daily fantasy team sort of idea. So not much micromanaging going on. You pick your team, that's it. You win, or you don't win. And there's lots of different entry requirements. You can go for the free rolls, the ones which are free entries, and you can just play and then make your teams and just enjoy to see the results. I mean, that's the beauty of it, really. That's very simple. There's almost no effort involved. You can just make your team, see the games coming up in that day, and then there you go. You're done. You are done. And if you want to go really crazy, then there's huge. I think there's some huge buy-ins on some of them. So you can. And the cool thing about that as well is that with the much larger buy-ins, there's a much shallower field of people actually of participants.
To beat.
So yeah, so you can much more feasibly actually get yourself a win basically.
We entered one earlier, didn't we? With like 20 people in it, a paid one.
No, I think we were a little bit too late.
Oh,
we almost did. I think we almost did. But okay. Oh, we actually did get in, and I think we actually won some cash. We actually got more money back than we started with. So
can we look at the result of that? I don't know if we can, but I'd like to see that. Okay. But I was going to say if you didn't tune into our European cast, we passed 450,000 followers today. So we gave away an Asimov and a Huntsman knife blue steel. Question is, Dan, what do we do for 500k followers? Do we go for
Brazilian models?
We go for Brazilian models. We can do that, but for the stream, Dan. For the stream. Maybe we do another Dragon Lore attempt.
Pictures of me with the Brazilian models. And a Dragon Lore. Dragon Lore works? Another Dragon Lore attempt, James. Do you not remember what happened last time? Do you have no memory of this? Do you not
Before,
understand
let's have a quick look
what
at
we went through?
Let's have a quick look at where we ended up on the paid one. How much did we pay to enter this one?
I think it was $10, wasn't it? Oh, it was
Okay,
$1.
so it was
Okay.
one. So we paid $1 to enter this one. We came out with 3. Boom. So where did we finish?
Nice. 10th.
We finished 10th out of 40 people. That's not bad.
Wow.
Top
That's pretty
25%. Ideally, we want to make it top 5%. That's what we want. We want top 5%. So someone called Kashi won. Wow, they went for Guardian and JW despite all the AWPing madness.
Cool. Hey, so did we earlier. Me and Jack.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they both top fragged. So, GG. Well, it's actually Guardian was like $1,200, James. When you see Guardian at the bottom of the table, you're like, my mind just exploded.
It says JW had 59 kills.
And I instantly picked him.
Did it go to overtime? I'm guessing.
Fnatic played.
Oh, of course, it's the accumulation of all the matches. Oh, of course. So that makes it just makes most sense to go all in on Fnatic. Then.
Exactly. There you go.
Oh, I'm getting this.
There you go.
I like this. I'm getting there. I'm cool. This is good. This is
you get
good.
the golf clap.
Okay. So what do you think? So Dragon Law. Do we do a Dragon Law?
But last time we
Can we show the knife that we gave away today, or is it gone already? Let's have a look.
Okay.
It's quite a nice knife, actually.
Last time, to recap, we essentially invested £250, I guess.
We invested a lot.
And it came out to be like a skin that was worth £2.
Yeah, so last time we did the double Dragon Law for 400k attempts. One was an M4A4 X-ray, the other was an AUG Chameleon. Oh yeah. I think we could try and do one more. I don't know if we have enough for 2. But I think we could at least try one. So that's a knife that somebody won today on one of our subscribers.
I think we should do it.
Won that today. You think so?
What
else is there to do?
I don't know, though. We have done it before. We need to think about it. Actually, if you guys have any awesome ideas, just submit them via Twitter to me or James or FACEIT as well. Just tag all of us and submit some cool ideas for the next milestone, and that'll be 500,000 followers, right?
Yeah. I think Dragon Law. Because what else is there? Like, there's nothing more fun to try and do. The failure is immense, especially when someone has won an iPhone and don't know what they're going to get, and then it's crap. Then, so I find it hilarious. I really do. Okay, I think we should do that.
All right. Well, let's check out the odds here for our first game between CLG and Liquid on Mirage. So we've talked about quite a lot of stuff. We picked our Vulcan team. We've seen the standings. We've seen how everything is coming together here and how important these matches are, especially for CLG and Liquid, because CLG especially, they need to try to climb their way up to that top 2 spot. They're
kind
close.
of Vulcan sign is just above my head. It's like someone's messing around behind my head now.
Actually, someone screen grabbed earlier because when Jackie was sat there, they just screen grabbed that, and
nice.
it looked quite fun.
It's going to be fun. Well, these odds are interesting. E-gaming bet's going a bit further in favor of CLG. So Team Liquid coming in as the underdog despite having a beastly record at the top of the league here. But in fairness, Team Liquid haven't done so well outside of FACEIT in North America recently. So that could be why people are favoring CLG. Well, or it could be because of I'd say CLG have more personalities on their stream. Obviously, Tarik being a Super 1, Peter being in there as well. So I have to see. But hey, Team Liquid, you have to say they're stronger now with their new lineup, surely.
Well, you could, and I would. So there you go.
Well, that's great. Thanks for that tidbits of information. But this is Nuke, right?
Yes.
Yes.
What between Cloud9 and Elevate is Nuke.
Okay.
First match is Mirage.
Okay, Mirage, cool. Yeah, I think people are on the Peter hype. But Tarik is obviously an AWPer as well. The problem is, how are they going to adjust to the madness?
How are they going to adjust?
Exactly. So, we should be into the match in a few minutes, but we're not there just yet, Dan. So
No, we're not.
Are you just going to be like an annoying person or yeah? Well, I guess you have your turn sometime, Dan. So after our stream today, I'm flying to Glasgow because I am doing the Capcom Premiere event this weekend. All the Japanese coming to play some Street Fighter and so on.
I'm jealous. Can I come?
No. I need a break from you, Dan. I've had enough. So you had some fun in Kiev. Star Ladder finals.
I enjoyed it. A lot, actually. It was really nice. It was really, really cool. I had no expectations going in. I usually don't like to have any expectations on anything, but I had no expectations going there, and I turned up. It was great. Like, it's really, really cool. Just all the guys that work for Star Series are really sound, really nice people, and also the crowd was really cool as well. We saw a lot of people in there chanting, and the energy was really high. It was a great atmosphere, and all the guys, all the talent that I work with, were just awesome people through and through. So it was a really good experience, to be honest, and I can't wait to go again. I hope I get to go again. I hope maybe I annoyed them. Maybe they didn't want to see me again, but maybe.
Can we have another look at the league table? I want to see who I think is likely to make it through.
Well, Liquids are well poised to make it in.
But the thing is, if you look at it, right, Liquid have a game in hand over CLG, who are 3 points behind them. But Elevate have a game in hand over CLG as well, so they could hop over them. So we could, like, if CLG lose, then Elevate and Team Liquid would currently be in the spots to go forward. Obviously, we have matches next week as well. But yeah, I mean, and there is still so much play between those top 4 teams that Team Liquid could by the end of next week be in 3rd or 4th place as well.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, there's only really what 4 maps left for each team to play. So so we're getting pretty damn close, and it's quite neck and neck towards the top. I mean, Liquid, they look fairly solid at the moment, but it could actually fall apart for them if they're not able to pick up all the rest of their game. Well, like I think one or 2 extra maps, they could actually find themselves getting cut off here, because it is just top 2s, and you can saw how neck and neck it was. And it's really between the top 4 teams at the moment, I would say.
Yeah.
And with the current way the points are actually standing. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that does turn out. Because, again, on paper, before we went into this, people were probably thinking, all right, Cloud9 are going to be in there. I mean, on paper, that's what you would expect. The same with Oceania. We have Vox, who likely won't make it through at this point, I'm pretty sure. So that's a huge shock as well.
It's all to play for in Oceania, actually. Vox are playing the top seed in the league at the moment, which is Immunity, and if they beat Immunity, then there's a 3-way tie. But they need to win by a humongous score.
But that's the crazy thing, because you would have expected, it's Vox. They have an amazing record in Australia. You would on paper, everyone, they go to all the international tournaments. They're the ones expected to represent to the strongest degree. However, that's not really been the case. It's been much closer. And that said, on LAN, in the LAN, like there was a PTG LAN, it was really, really close. In fact, they actually even were defeated, and they didn't play their 3rd place match. They left to go to Katowice, so they didn't even they got 4th place there essentially, and that was the first time they'd ever lost on LAN. So
I know they've got some kind of insane record in Australia.
Yeah,
it's absolutely insane.
So that's really cool. And again here, we got CLG, you got Liquid, you got Cloud9, and Elevate all up there. So that's really, really cool to see.
Didn't NIP qualify for LAN today?
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they got they did. Because they have such a good record. And do you remember last time with NIP? They were like 6th or something. They didn't even qualify.
Yeah, there was like a 3-way tie, and they did not come out on top, so they didn't even make the LAN. But that's what their CEO was tweeting today, that they made the LAN today. So I'm not sure if any other teams have.
No, I mean, NIP have a really, really solid record actually at the top there.
Do we have the current league table for Europe, actually?
They actually defeated Fnatic today as well in Inferno.
They lost 2 matches, didn't they, Fnatic?
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Okay, so but Virtus.pro.
No, they didn't. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They lost to Na'Vi and they lost to Fnatic. They lost to Na'Vi on Overpass and they lost to Fnatic.
Yeah,
sorry, Titan.
But Na'Vi having to catch up a bit. You can see they got 5 games played there because they had one day they were in America when we had them at the league. So, but catching up to do. Virtus.pro as well. Still 3 games in hand over the top 2, so they could do some leapfrogging of their own. Again, there's still a lot to play for.
Na'Vi are looking really good actually at the moment because they've only played 5 matches and they are looking really strong with Flamey. They're looking really, really good. I've been very impressed with them. Envious though, TSM, down at the bottom of the league table.
Yeah, TSM, a bit of a surprise there. Actually,
it's quite funny actually. Sorry, James.
I was going to say they've had like a lot of favorable maps, a lot of nukes, but just they haven't won.
Indeed, it's been quite weird, really. And it's funny because in Kiev we jumped into Shoxy. We jumped into him. We bounced into him and
bumped.
Thank you. I couldn't find the word, James. I'm without
words. A bit hyper then.
I'm not hyper.
You seem a bit hyper.
I'm just still sick. And so my brain doesn't work.
So we bumped into Shoxy and...
We bumped into Shoxy. And we're talking about, he's like saying, oh, you know, the FACEIT League was really, really cool last time. And then we're like, yeah, you know, this is going to be cool. You know, we can expect this and this. And then he's like, oh, shame we're not even going to qualify. And then I was like, what?
Zing.
Oh, right, of course. They don't have any points. They've been getting absolutely annihilated for some reason, which is very, very bizarre because it won't feel right if they're not there. So I hope that they're able to somehow make it happen, like just win every single remaining match. But finally, as you can see, guys, we are into the knife round here between CLG and Team Liquid for the first match on Mirage here in the FACEIT. See, I'm sick. I'm even saying sick in words. I'm just saying it, James. James, perhaps you should just commentate everything from now on.
I think that's a good idea. I mean, no, Dan, you got to commentate.
Well, thank you.
Okay. We are about to get into the game. So, CLG Team Liquid. And again, I haven't seen any pro matches yet because I was out on the grill. I mean, I haven't seen any pro matches yet, so I'm quite looking forward to seeing the AWP changes here and how the pros will approach this.
You went out on the grill?
Well, I was in a restaurant there. Food was had.
What kind
Stop
of
that.
Food? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for inquiring. Didn't Valve make some adjustments to stop people spawning inside people? I read that. I'm 100% sure
I don't know if it was for a particular map or if it was a general thing or what.
Maybe they's just trolling. Look at how they're all staring at him. He's ugly and deformed.
Have you paid attention to smokes today? Because they made a lot of adjustments to smokes.
Yeah, people are still. I've noticed that people are still trying to like boost and try to see over the smokes. But obviously, if you're level with them, you can't do that anymore.
I think they've made a change so you can't boost in a smoke. I didn't even know that was a thing, but apparently it is.
Yeah, because there are certain spots where like you can create your own one-way smokes basically just by standing in the smoke because of is again that thing with the top of the smoke just not properly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so that smoke, I made a one-way smoke on Mirage and Connector just recently, actually, so maybe that is no longer a thing. I'll have to check. Maybe they've made my video obsolete, Dan. Is that what they've done? You can see that video. It's on FACEIT.com. Look out for it.
Okay, so as far as your prediction goes, on this map, who do you expect to come out on top? Because in theory, this should be a really close one. I think both of these teams are pretty darn good on Mirage. Personally, I would favor Team Liquid just because I've seen such solid play from them in recent times on this map. And in particular, their CT side is just really nice to watch.
I'm not making any predictions without seeing this AWP. These AWP shenanigans. No predictions.
Well,
none.
The thing is that I think AWPing is going to be much easier for the CTs with the new change than it will be for CLG because you can use it on a lot of good angles in this map, and it's not like Inferno where I think AWPing can be quite hard with Inferno because you need even as a CT to kind of peek into a lot of stuff. But we'll maybe discuss this later on because we are now into the pistol round between these two teams, and they are looking, or rather CLG are looking for that A push right off the bat, it would seem.
Okay, so all the T's outside A at present. You can see all those standard nades coming in, the nades we see pretty much every day on Mirage. So the push will start. Going to be a late presence from the bomb there. Just going to try and slow the rotation down as much as possible. FugLy already in CT spawn, however. Bomb is down. EliGE is standing in the smoke on a slope. And there is the flank. Flank gets taken out immediately as it's a 4-man retake now for Team Liquid.
Ticking away, and they are dispatching these CTs fairly easily at the moment, but in comes the last swell of CTs. The policemen, they make their approach. Trying to use the smoke to give them a little bit of a hand on some of these engagements, but right now it's too labored an approach. It's too difficult a task. Too tall a mountain to climb.
adreN was trying to get knife kills in the smoke there. To no avail, because nobody was in the smoke.
So 1-0, CLG going to be looking at probably purchasing a lot of SMGs. More SMGs, please. Haste, buy an SMG now.
Somebody sent me a screenshot from an earlier match where the entire T side, I'm not sure if it was
NIP. It was NIP.
MP7s? All MP7s?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I actually think my first impression is that actually this is very annoying, and I think it will probably be a bad gameplay mechanic and break the game. But we'll maybe discuss that later on, James.
I did ask some of the teams and what they thought, mainly of the AWP changes. I think someone did say SMG's OP.
And we do have the pistol armor bat from Team Liquid at the moment. They actually stacked on the A site, so they might be able to turn this round around on its head. It's all going to be about how well CLG can get these first couple entries and how quickly they can discover these hiding players from Liquid. And then they go into all the pistols, and they're doing not too bad. 3-on-3, great timing on the flash. That is perfect. Naf is going to capitalize, gets himself a couple, and there you go. Wait a second. Wasn't Naf dropped for EliGE?
I think he was actually. So I'm guessing FugLy is.
Where's daps? We picked daps, James.
Oh,
we picked daps.
No, we've been done over, Dan. This is not fair.
We've been had.
Well, there we go. So the in-game leader is missing for Team Liquid, which is interesting.
I knew something was wrong.
I'm sure it's going to be adreN calling instead. Maybe they don't need daps anymore since the AWP is dead. The AWP is screwed. Kick daps.
It changes everything. But that was a great turnaround from Liquid in that round. Their stack paid off massively. And we're going to have Liquid taking the rounds. And it's quite interesting because there are a lot of strategies you can employ to try to efficiently discover or be safe against certain stacks. And a lot of teams, the way that they will approach it is actually usually going to be through a mid play, because through middle you can get pretty safe pokes into either site and some good engagements. So CLG took a more risky play. Of course, it's more gambly to go with basically like the set play into that site as they did. And well, now they're back on a buy, but Liquid are looking quite good on their weapons at the moment.
Okay, so MP7 coming out, but CLG do have the buy there. Galil going to be a little bit stronger. Cutler left on 20 HP. Oh, that nade from EliGE is going to finish off FNS, who was tagged by FugLy. FugLy going down to hazed. So trades coming in here for CLG. May get the information that's a B push, but FugLy doing great work on the B bomb site. EliGE rotating in for support. It's going to have him covered, save the day there. And FugLy will survive for a few seconds longer. Taken down by Cutler, last man, 18 HP. Bomb is down, I think towards short as well. No more losses for Team Liquid. Was an expensive round, however, losing 3 players.
Indeed, but they still got a lot of bank to play with. It was pretty handy that they were able to pick up so many weapons, and that's anti-eco victory, essentially. Well, they did kind of buy pistol armor, so you can't really call it an eco, but...
adreN's gone for the M4. He had 7100 in the bank.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's... this map is really, really good for stuff for rifles. You can play really nice rifle setups on this map. It's very friendly towards that. That's actually one of the reasons why I really like Mirage. You can do a lot with the Mirage on both CT and T side. Lots of different styles. Very versatile map. And this pistol buy-up is going pretty wrong now for CLG. They kind of wanted to face on middle, but adreN is just too strong. I mean, he picked up 2 fast kills, thinned out the numbers, and now his teammates come in to clear up the mess. And it is spotless in middle now after FugLy has done his work. So 4-1, and CLG back on the buy.
Is Peter going to AWP? Is he going to do it?
And I apologize if I sound rather nasally.
See, no AWP from Peter either. So, R.I.P. the AWP. No more AWP here on Counter-Strike. We're done.
We saw a lot of AWPs.
It's been a long innings, Dan. Many years, over a decade.
We saw loads of AWPs earlier today.
But now that's a wrap.
Guardian, JW, Alu, JW.
Oh, yeah, I need to watch this back.
All AWPing, James.
How's Kenyes doing?
Well, they got money screwed pretty badly. He's never had any money. He was a pauper for that match.
It is a buy round for both sides here. CLG going for the push again. So far, so good for Liquid. Nitro saving his teammate's bacon there, but he will get fried by FNS. 2 versus 4 now. FNS thins the numbers. Bomb is down. And now Peter finds himself in a difficult position. He's going to get cleaned up pretty easily indeed. Will be lamenting his good old AWP, maybe. Now EliGE and Nitro, 11k each. Does adreN pick up the AWP? Indeed he will. Good. This is what I want to see. Show me some information.
I'm glad we made EliGE our shot caller. I knew that was a good decision. He's really good on this map as well, and the kind of position that he plays, allows him to get to have a chance to get a lot of frags. He usually plays around the connector area, so it's big responsibility and something he's been doing quite well on. But we're actually going to see him pushing in towards middle a little bit in this round, as they have quite a nice mid presence. You can see adreN is covering him from the top, and he's going to get the shot as EliGE was looking towards underpass. But Tarik's going to get this shot into him because adreN peeked back out, not giving the cover he needed. So that is EliGE down and out. And CLG with control of middle for now, but they do need to make sure that they can get some ground off of this into connector, short, or the window.
We have a push onto lower A as well now, so the CTs are getting the information, but they could still push into A from connector. And that might be why there is no rotation here from adreN, who's playing the CT position. FugLy goes down as well. He's going to see that there's one person in mid. That's going to be all the information he's going to get. But so now Team Liquid are in a very difficult position. There's
problems, James, in the former Nitro. He's been pushing all the way around, and he's got all the information for his team. And here he goes. He's going to find Peter. Peter had no idea. And that's going to force CLG to have to play through connector. They've got no other option. They've got to go for it. And Liquid, they should be aware of this. But the problem is they have nobody in position, so this could be quite devastating. In fact, it's going to be very devastating because look at the potential for post-plant setup here. Liquid, they have no real estate, no ground. They don't have jungle, they don't have CT spawn, and they don't have connector. How are they going to get in?
Yeah, adreN made the wrong call there. Had lack of information, made a bit of a gamble, put himself towards CPL, thinking maybe it was B. Maybe they're going to try and push through and flank as well, but it wasn't to be. It's 2v2 though, both in CT at the moment. They do have a kit on both players, so they could still do this. You can see the smoke's coming out. Going to have to go for an injured defuse here. I don't know if they've heard the defuse coming in. Oh, and he's going to try and kill him, but the flames are going to take him down. That has got to be a colossal failure for Tarik. No choice but to push.
Amazing.
I've never seen a round win like that. That was epic. The only guy who had the angle.
That was amazing. That was amazing. That was so amazing. You see the panic. He tries to jump, and he just barely didn't make it. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so that's really annoying for CLG too. They had that round. They had that round in so many ways. Liquid somehow cut a path through CT into the A site, but CLG have to scramble for a round at this point. Only one on the board at the moment. Could have been two. Should have been two. But we're going to see a play that's more towards A at this point, so we'll have to see if CLG can get some nice entries. We do have Nitro. He's been doing an excellent job here. He's going to peek out, but what a flick there from Peter. That's going to secure the entry, but they're not committing towards this, and that's quite smart. They could go in, but I think they're trying to play with rotation here for the CTs and keep them second-guessing themselves, because they have only seen an AWPer there, and that's a pretty standard picking sort of opening. So it could be, these CTs could be anywhere as far as Liquid are concerned, but this has worked, this is against CLG, this has backfired massively on them because now Liquid, who are out of position when they got the kill, are now all in position. So CLG once again might be having the worst luck of their lives. Bomber going to go down as the trades come in, and it is advantage CLG, but can they close this one out? Tarik with the plant in front of connector as Naf has the angle, and the bomb won't go down again. Problems, and more problems here for CLG. At least FNS is going to get FugLy down by jungle. But can they hold on to this one?
Bomb has finally gone down there. Team Liquid had very good positions, but only Naf remains versus 2. He's going to get the first frag, but does he know where hazed is? You can see pre-fired looking for a trade to pop out. He's not going to get the duel though. Will eventually go to CLG. A hard-fought round, however. Team Liquid, again, they had very good positioning there. One player in jungle, 2 towards CT. Stopped the bomb plants for the longest time, but CLG managing to get it down eventually.
Yeah, I mean, the cool thing for Liquid is that they did so much damage by killing 4 players that CLG, they can be reset right here. If Liquid are able to win this round, they're going to money screw CLG, and that's going to give them huge momentum and a huge CT half. So really important for CLG to find a way to somehow close this one without too many losses. And we are going to see a bit of a delayed middle take, and there's no presence from Liquid on middle. They are lacking in AWP and have changed their setup to a more standard 3-2 sort of play with just rifles.
Look at the positioning towards Palace on the A bomb site. We've got 2 terrors there, and I think one CT jumped up. You can see Nitro just holding a position. Going to re-smoke it as well. Have a look down lower in the meantime, maybe with a flash from a teammate. So Team Liquid using the smokes to deny vision and burn time, but look at the map control CLG have in the mid area. They're in a ladder room. They could push short should they choose.
Looks like adreN's going to actually stop that, though. I mean, they were trying it, but adreN's on point there. And there is still a man in what looks to be the ladder room at the moment here, and it is hazed, but he is not sure about things here. FNS might be able to help him get out of there, though. He's able to cover from jungle. Ooh, nice little peek one shot onto Nitro. That's going to make all the difference. But there is another player at slope, and I don't know if they know this. Liquid are somehow controlling the situation. The flow of terrorists is being very well handled by Liquid. Just 2 players for CLG now.
EliGE holding a strong angle. 7 seconds left. This round is pretty much over. Peter walking away. Going to try and save his orb for the next round. I have to see how much money his compadres have, or if he's going to have to try and destroy the round himself. And it seems that is what is going to happen, because you can see the money situation is dire from CLG. We have seen situations before. 1 AWP, 4 ecos here on the T side. Seen it successfully used by Virtus.pro on Cash with Pasha as the AWPer, but can they make it work on Mirage? They
need a bomb plant badly here, because on average the players on CLG, when they lose this round, they're going to have around $3,500 to $4,000. That's about the best that they're going to have. That's the range of money they're going to have when they lose this round, if they lose this round. So they need a bomb plant to be able to field a strong buy in the following round. So that's really the big objective for them here. If Peter can, with that AWP, can secure that bomb plant, then that's job done, and they can be happy that that's a good use for the AWP, and to potentially invest fully into the AWP, potentially dying, basically. Otherwise, we could get a situation where Peter plays too defensively and doesn't commit hard enough to help his team get that bomb down, and we'll just see the AWP saving into rounds. I mean, they will be able to buy next round, but they're going to have to play a pick-based style, because they just won't have the grenades for any kind of a set play. Or it's going to be hard to take middle, James, because they won't have many grenades to do so. So CLG in a big trouble if they don't get the bomb here.
Right, they've got no flashes to push the side. They're just relying on Peter and just a massive push. So Cutler going to try and bait on his own, but I can never see that being causing a rotation when 5 players are still alive for the C2, so maybe he would have been better off going towards A. You can see them still getting cut down fairly easily here, but CLG, they've wasted enough time so that Peter can possibly try and save his gun. He's going to get the fast peek there. 10 seconds left for him to survive, and Liquid are coming. Just didn't have the right angle.
One thing we saw JW doing a lot with his AWP was actually bunny hopping into angles, which is really nice. It made me think of 1.6, where you would like you would jump peak corners so that you could you would press the opposite direction so that it would be unpredictable. Your trajectory would be unpredictable, so you would have to kind of react, and you couldn't really wait and know where to land the shot based on the trajectory, because it would always change in 1.6, which is always quite cool. So JW is very mobile, and that was one way that he was handling the AWP changes. But in this round, we're going to see that they are going to go for the save. Again, having not got the bomb down, there was no buy for them here, and they decided to take it a little bit easier. And yet to get a frag, and this is really hard fought, because they need that economy. They need some damage done to Liquid as well. They've been picking these up clean. And you can see right now their economy is starting to burst out of control. And that's not a good situation for CLG, as adreN can always be on those AWPs. They can always be well equipped with counter grenades for any set plays that come in. They can always, be able to flash them as they're rushing up these choke points to smoke them off. It's always very useful to have all those grenades and never have to worry about whether you can afford them as the CTs. And but now CLG, they got that 4-buy going for them. So all the nades, all the AKs, and the situation right now is actually a push here. We've got Naf and FugLy making their way down B apartments. They're going to find the bulk of these players, but can they get some good trades? They cannot. And in fact, finally, we're going to get a nice opening into the round for CLG. Now, they should be able to get the bomb down, but they slowed their roll. They stopped pushing, and they had a lot of time. There was 2 players dead there. They certainly could have gotten themselves in with 3 men. And considering the grenades that they have left over, they definitely could have smoked and flashed off the angles that could then allow them to get the bomb down. But they have decided to play it slow. Now, Will this hurt them? It remains to be seen. We have one player quickly flanking them around T-spawn for Team Liquid, and they've got, that means they have to move really fast here because EliGE is coming, but his teammates have been eliminated, so it's going to work out for CLG, and they've yet to lose a player, so good call there to not overreact on the B apartments pick, it would seem, as EliGE comes in, looking for some frags. He's going to find the first man. He's lost only 44 health there, so not too shabby, but that is going to end his idea of extra damage, I think, but perhaps not. He is looking at the angles towards a bomb site again. So, going to need one more round for CLG. 9-3, and one thing, James, in Europe we've been noticing is, and in fact the statistics from Katowice, this map became like a 9-6-8-7 map, CT to T rounds. It became much more T-sided. So, in the current meta, at least in Europe, you would expect, you would say Team Liquid, they're doing really well right now.
Absolutely.
But the old meta, before that, you say this is what they should be getting.
Completely agree.
So yeah, I mean, the thing is, though, where does North America lie with their meta? It's hard to say.
Yeah, they do. They definitely do play this map differently to their European counterparts. So you've got a rush from CLG. Coming in towards the B bomb site, maybe looking to break the economy with a fast push here with the CT side. The only person close is FugLy at the moment. He is on the site, going to take down Cutler. And he is going to get traded by FNS. So he's going to try and get a nade over. Team Liquid, they're getting the frags here. They're trying to catch up, but Nitro versus 2 now. Difficult position. Here's where FNS is, but he's got to be paranoid about the trade. Peter's just made himself known as well. This is a very wall-bangable spot here. I don't know why he doesn't just shoot through the middle of it.
Oh wow!
That was a very easy kill for Nitro. Literally, they adjusted that a very long time ago, so it is a super wall-bangable spot.
The other thing I'm surprised about is that Nitro had a smoke and a flash. He could easily have flashed the apartments, just thrown a flash into the window, which would have paused. If the Oppa wanted to support Peter, he would have actually had to run all the way to truck. If he would have wanted to support, which would have given guaranteed one-on-ones as well. So in the panic, he didn't use his grenades. And well, either way, we're going to see the pistol stack again. They're going to walk into it, and adreN already getting 1 kill onto hazed. They've spotted all of them. It is going absolutely terribly right now for CLG as FNS needs to do some excellent damage here if he's wanting to bring this back for his team. They aren't going to spot him in time, but now he's known that he's got some good angles, and it's adreN to silence him as they charge into the B take. But they have picked up an AWP on adreN. Naf, if he wants, could go and get a gun. He might just be trying to do that. There it is. Finds himself an AK. So this retake is on. It's totally on.
Yeah, I think adreN is going to try and get a fast shot if he can. He's going to get smoked off immediately. Lots of time on the clock, though. So, question for the CTs is, do we save the weapons or do we go all in here? If they can get a timely frag, then they go for it. If not, then they may be forced to retreat.
Oh no, that's going to stop a peek from adreN onto apps. That might just... Oh, Naf is going to get the spray. No, he doesn't get it in time, and adreN's going to get the hell out of there with the AWP. But that's a win. That in of itself is a victory. They've got 3 kills. They managed to pick up an AWP. I would say that's a win, to be honest. And you know what's interesting is that CLG in both rounds where... I don't know if this might actually be a result of Liquid actually watching CLG's demos, because CLG, both times they knew that Liquid couldn't afford a buy, they were gearing for a set play into A. So it was almost as if Liquid know that that's going to happen. They probably do, actually.
Last round of the first half. Buy is in for both teams, or on both sides. Maybe a bit muted compared to how they used to be. I do think a nerf for them was reasonable, but just not to the extent it has been nerfed. Again, if you're scoped in and you're moving, if you're strafing one way and you strafe the other, you stop completely dead first. So vision of the bomb there for EliGE. Second frag for him as well. CTs have to be expecting a short push here. Cutler there with 2 fast frags, another one as well. Gonna bring this into a 1v2 with a minute on the clock. He's gonna get quickly dispatched of by FugLy, but he did a lot of work in a very short space of time there and put himself in a reasonable position to get the ace. Wasn't to be, though, as he had too many places to look when FugLy popped out from behind that wall-bangable spot.
So EliGE putting in the frags, which is nice to see for us with our Vulcan.com selections. We are going to be in a situation where, once again, I'm going to think to myself, 10-5. Now, that's the scoreline expected from the previous meta in Europe. Now the meta in Europe is more of an 8-7, like way more T rounds, much more even halves, even potential, you know, advantage to Ts. That's what's happening at the moment. Is people have teams are starting to really figure out their T sides on this map, and you can do a huge amount with the T sides on this map. It's something that's been quite interesting to watch, and we've always you know watched, and we've always seen middle. You know, it seems like a lot of teams are not doing as much as they could with middle, and well, that's starting to change in Europe for sure, and that has been one of the reasons why we're seeing a lot of these rounds happen. And also some, you know, just more nicer fakes going on, tighter executes onto the bomb sites. There's been some really cool B set plays I've seen from some of the North American teams too. So yeah, that's quite an interesting, quite a strong result there for Liquid. Now, do you think CLG are going to have as strong a CT side?
I think that Team Liquid should have pretty strong executes on their T side. That said, daps is the in-game leader, and he's not here for whatever reason. So we need to take that into account there. But then their replacement is somebody who was in the team up until recently. So you have to wonder if they're using the same strats, if he can absorb the roles, if he knows the smokes that daps was using, should it be required, and so on. So difficult to say with a standard.
Okay, well, we'll kick things off with the pistol, and then we can see what kind of strategy CLG will use. Looks like they're going to have an even spread across the map at the moment, so no kind of like retake strategies, pistol retake strategies coming into play. Actually, that said, they could actually go for this because they are playing very outside of the bomb sites, so you know they can't get isolated by the smokes. They'll be playing from behind the smokes, and they can wait to go in and attack together once all the smokes. Once they're all collected behind the smokes, and they might just go for that. There's only 2 smokes down so far, so interesting stuff here from Liquid, but it's a guaranteed plant from them.
Right, so 5-man retake here for the CTs. We've got 3 people, jungle connector, and 2 in the CT area itself. Let's see if they can find any players. You can see Tarik a bit paranoid about a potential flank. Got somebody in the back corner of the site there. See if they come into prominence a bit later on. So far, CLG just tapping players down. 1-man advantage, looking for that corner player as well. Jumping shot going to take him out. 3 versus 2 now. FugLy is a flank after all, and the bomb is planted perfectly for him, and that's going to ruin any defuse that Tarik might have had in mind as the last man.
Wow.
FugLy going to clean up the last player as well, and that is a very nice strat indeed from Team Liquid.
It's like FugLy's just like the predator right there. He's just like completely invisible, stalking his prey. They have no idea he's there, and they're just dying. They have no idea. They're like the Marines. They're just getting picked off. No idea from where from. Can you imagine the silence clocks? That'd be amazing. But that's never going to happen. So don't imagine it. 11-5 is the score, and Liquid going to bust out only 1 SMG. Only 1, James. Do you think they're resistant? Do you think they're resistant to the new?
Well, adreN's only using a Tech 9, so again, despite the nerfs, its moving accuracy has not been touched. So there is a damage fall of change, but
it's basically the same gun. It's like the same. The problem with it was its gameplay, and what it did to the gameplay of Counter-Strike. It's not like the gun is okay. Let's not get into this.
I think part of the reason was the clips. The part of the problem in that regard was the clip size, which has been nerfed at least. So it has a bit more of a reload factor and is more on a par with the 5.7 at around 24 bullets.
Okay, I want to rebuke this.
I'm not saying it was the problem, I'm saying it's a problem, excuse me.
Okay, so at the moment we're having a very passive round from Liquid, and they are using EliGE middle to kind of try and spot and see what's going on. Again, any information EliGE sees regarding players tells them something about how the setup could be for the CTs. Of course, what they're really looking forward to is seeing whether or not it's going to be stacked somewhere. And that's really nice there from EliGE. That's definitely going to encourage the push to sweep on in from the entrance there, from the slope, from the pit. And the kills are going the way largely of Liquid, but now actually a couple coming back here. FNS and Cutler to thank for that one for CLG. But it is looking much better now for Liquid on the bomb side itself with the rifles in hand. Bomb goes down, and it's just Cutler left with his SMG. There's absolutely no way he can break through this choke point. It will not happen in a million years, so he's going to have to just sit back and save that, and that's fair enough. But to go back to your Tech9 point, it's the run and gun that makes it broken, because it affects the gameplay so much. It changes the gameplay so much. 5.7, you cannot do that with the 5.7. It doesn't work. Maybe really ultra close range, but it's like not reliable. Whereas the Tech9 is very reliable, close range and mid ranges. So, but yeah, I think we can probably have a bigger discussion about this later on. And we should, James. We're going to get angry. I'm going to break stuff.
Yeah, it's the mid ranges and beyond that other problem. P250 is very good at close range.
Indeed, but running P250.
Oh,
this is what I'm talking about. The running, the fact that Tech9 is as good running as it is standing is no other weapon in the game is like that. Apart from SMGs. Anyway, James, stop drawing me back in. You're drawing me back into these runs, but I won't have it. The viewers will get annoyed with me.
Okay, so it looks like we might have a short push from Team Liquid. Not sure if they're trying to bait with sound, but they're heading over there slowly but surely. No apps push yet, but I'm sure the timing will be real soon enough. 3 CTs over towards A. Potential rotation to connector for one of the players. That is Tarik. But he has only a P250. The honest man's gun. Going to get pretty much no damage done there. So Finesse, Cutler, and Peter remaining. See if Cutler tries to save his armor. Bomb is in mid, and he's going to play the short position. As the bomb heads into A, flanked by 2 people. Almost a flying V here on a mini-map.
Yeah, Liquid are doing a really good job to just keep the momentum going. Honestly, the fact that FugLy got that 3 kill on that pistol round is just so important. I mean, because Liquid are basically now in a position where they have so much pressure applied to CLG. And CLG, they don't even have the economy to have the buys they necessarily want. They most likely want to get that open Peter. They most likely want to get way more grenades than this. So it's going to be quite a difficult struggle to get the economy back. That's going to be the first job for them. They need to be able to take efficient trades here. And they already have a man pushing underpass. It is going to be Peter that is that man. And we have a quick push-up connector. I love the pace here from Liquid. This can really throw timings off for the CTs. And indeed, Peter's sprinting back. He's going to catch them in the rear, and that's going to be adreN down as the bomb falls. But we have terrorist players from Liquid all over the A bomb site. As hazed sprays 1 down, there's more to follow though. It's EliGE with the bomb planted now. So 3 on 4 in favor of CLG.
So they've got 2 in T-spawn trades coming in, and they may not realize there's another player there. In fact, Naf's going to turn his back, and that's going to be that for the round. CLG start to close the gap here. We'll see how much money is left on the Team Liquid side, and if they can buy again following this round with that money bonus. They should not be in a terrible position. You can see actually it's a bit all over the place there. But they are indeed going to go for the buy, and we'll get 4 AKs and an AWP on adreN. So playing the pressure game now, not allowing CLG any breathing room, not going for any double ecos or anything else.
Okay, so where is adreN going to be going with his AWP? He is actually over towards the picking on apartments. Oh! He actually got FNS down to 1 HP with the tag through Tarik. That is amazing. I have no idea whether he probably would have assumed that if he did get the double, it would have been the kill. And you can see that it was damn close. So he might not know that the tag is so severe on FNS, might just assume that he missed him. But that is pretty amazing. adreN is going to smoke off short now from T-spawn, so they're going to be able to get a play onto middle now. Can he do yet more damage with this AWP? Well, at the moment, the defense from CLG is very spread out and very, very tentative, very passive at the moment. And Naf is waiting patiently in Palace for a potential push from a CLG player. They are waiting right now because this is the kind of time where CLG, down a man, need to figure out what's going on. Is there going to be a push somewhere that Liquid can capitalize on? But so far, no. This has been spotted, and he will go down. So this must surely be it now for Liquid. They want to make that play onto the A-bomb site.
Yeah, Liquid with one person Tetris, one person CT, so they've got a crossfire, but they need to make it work if they are to retain this round. Rotation is coming in from the final B player as well. Tetris player Cutler goes down. Still one in toll booth. Not sure if he was seen through that smoke. Going to see some spray through from the players on the other side from Team Liquid. They need to plant the bomb though. There's 12 seconds remaining. The bomb goes down. Flashes in there. Hazed will fall finally. And Team Liquid are 2 rounds away from extending their lead at the top of the table here.
Yeah, EliGE is fitting in very well to the team and top fragging, which is always cool to see. And I'm sure any people from StarCraft that would have followed him in StarCraft at all will be quite pleased with his progress, representing. But 14-6 the score. It could be that Liquid closes out very soon, and that EliGE has not much more work to do. They've left Liquid have left Naf in Palace, which is really nice, because he can very effectively, of course, stop any pushes through Palace and get the kills, but also he can pick up very sneaky aggression if they go for a B play, which they very well could with a setup like this. Of course, there is the flexibility, depending on what happens, to hit up the A play, but Naf could serve as quite a strong lurking player, but there is just pistol armor here for CLG. Now, will Liquid spot this, though? I think Hayes just spotted that with the jump. So we'll have to see now if Liquid are going to fall into this stacked site of A, but they are going to make their way through connector slowly now. Hayes going to toss in the grenade. We'll find just a smidgen of damage. Still, though, not much action. 35 seconds left in the round. And Naf is ready to spring into action over towards Palace. He's got the grenade there. Now they're going to go in as Molly goes down onto the shallow position. Peter's able to get just one kill. Finesse able to take one down as well. They've got good presence in middle as Liquid clear out the A bomb site. But there is a man. It's going to be FugLy who can take them down. He will take down Finesse as well. So now it's a 1-on-2. It's all going to be on FugLy yet again as he finds these CTs littered towards the A site and does spray down Cutler. Bomb is there. He's got 6 seconds to plant it or go for the frag. He has no choice. He has, barely enough time to get it down. Oh, no. He needed another 0.5 seconds and he would have gotten it down as he started planting on 3. But it's going to be 14-7. And the problem is that CLG, despite winning that round, they took so many heavy losses.
Yeah, that was an expensive round for them. A round they could not afford to lose, so... Well, they could barely afford to win it either. You can see Peter Tarik there. Going to be leaving spawn with 5-7s, while Team Liquid can keep up all the aggression. They've got the cash to do it, and they will see themselves with 5 AKs and pretty much full grenades as well. Early advantage or in the mid area for Team Liquid. CPL smoked off. Bomb was heading towards short. I think we have a player in ladder room here for the CT's Finesse, so that could be some information for them. But he's not going to win the duel there. He's going to leave Nitro with a few HP. He will get finished off from the 5-7 on A. Cutler, no choice but to look for some information with his measly 5-7 in that situation. But he's since picked up a weapon. So, 55 seconds on the clock here for Liquid to push a site. There's an opening frag onto the B-bomb site. Unbeknownst to him, Cutler is ready and waiting. He's going to find a frag as well. Versus 2 now. He is going to fall as well. Last man to stop match point is Hazed versus 3. So going through connector at the moment. And then he's going to have to creep.
Almost, but not quite. Not much he can do in this situation as the nades start to come in. They're on high alert towards the short now. So he's going to back away. Smart choice. But that's going to bring Liquid onto their match point round. And that is a nasty situation here for CLG. They've been in problems money-wise for the entire CT half. And that's really the problem when you lose the pistol as the CTs. You can really get stuck in this spiral, this downward spiral of just terrible money. And you can see that they're money screwed basically on the round that counts, because they did win the round two previous to this. They won it, but they lost everyone on the team, and they already had no cash. So then they had to full buy, couldn't even really afford the rifles. Then they lose. That's just like impossibly terrible for them. So we'll have to see if they can somehow bounce back. Maybe Peter can be the man to do so. He's about to get a lot of traffic up middle to deal with that scout.
Right, so Flash is coming in. That smoke allows them to get over towards behind the boxes in mid, without ideally being shot unless someone goes for a smoke kill there. So Connector will be cleaned up after EliGE gets that frag onto Finesse. Penetration kill there. Still 2 scouts, make that a 1 left to contend with. You can see Tarik trying to hold things down with the 1 M4 remaining on his side. So Tarik and Cutler, 2 versus 4 now. adreN is down to 10 HP. But now it's all down to Tarik to save this for his team. Tarik versus 4.
Okay, so in he goes. The smoke is down in his position. So it's very difficult, but the spray will be good enough as he hops over the cash register there in the kitchen and takes down Nitro as well. adreN and Naf already on the angle, tossing in yet more grenades his way to slow his progress. And that bomb needs to go down. Tarik is taking his sweet time as he should, and he's going to spot one of them behind the pillar. There's the second player. Tarik now with the key information of where his opponents are. This will make life slightly easier, but with 29 health, it's going to be a hard ask as he makes his way through on a window. Trying to take some open challenges one-on-one as he spots the players, gets Naf down. Now it's just adreN. He's got 10 HP. Can Tarik pull this one off? It will be the ace if he can find him in time. He makes his way around, and he's going to find and gets the spray down, and Tarik pulls off the ace. Does he have time for the defuse? It's going to be close. And no, he won't have it. Need another couple seconds, but what an effort there from Tarik. He did his best. He played his heart out, and it's going to be 16-7 there in favor of Liquid.
Ace to lose it.
So
it's pretty different. You don't see that every day.
Yeah.
Get the ace, but
really nice
lose the round and the match as well. So 16-7 to Team Liquid, and again another strong performance. EliGE there. I wonder how much he ended with at the end.
Quite a lot, I would imagine. We'll find out later on, but yeah, I mean, imagine if he had a kit. Like if they had just had the money, they didn't have to cut every corner they possibly could, and he could have a kit in that situation.
That close as well. He's like 1-2 seconds away from getting a 10-second defuse there. So really unfortunate for him.
And the great thing would have been, you know, okay, they were far away, but it would have been like such a cool boost. Because it's always really cool when that happens. You see like a team just, you can see that they're down and out, they're deflated, and then some guy steps up. He's like, no, and he makes a huge play and just lifting the spirits. I mean, I love to see that kind of emotion within the game, because it does. It usually lifts the spirits of the players, and you usually start to see like a lot more, you know, individual momentum. It's really cool. But wasn't to be. We were close, but we can only thank him for a nice round. So Cloud9 versus Elevate on Nuke will be the next map coming your way here on FACEIT TV for the North American FACEIT League. So please stay tuned. We'll be right back after the break whilst we set that one up for you.